Okay then, so this is Blue Lightning. It's by Epix, as you can see there, and it's got one of the most awesome intros ever, if you were around in 1989 when the machine and the game first came out. Now obviously, this was a launch title for the Atari Lynx, and the concept was basically Afterburner in the palm of your hand. Afterburner at the time was absolutely huge, due to the fact that A, it was a bloody good game by Yu Suzuki in the first place, and Top Gun was just like massive as well. I think that came in '86, but it was still popular for a good couple of years afterwards. So, you know, to have like a game which was effectively Afterburner that you could play in the palm of your hand was bloody amazing. And as you can see, it still looks damn good. Alright, it's not as fast as it used to be back in the day, particularly, and what's interesting here is the higher you climb, the slower it gets. But once you come down, as we're showing now, everything starts to speed up a bit, and all of a sudden those tiny little trees and that start coming up to you ever so fast. But you know, even with the fact that it's still a bit sluggish now, you gotta admit, this is pretty impressive stuff. I mean, look at the amount of stuff which is on screen in the sky in front of you. You've blown the shit out of it. There's no real slowdown. It's as smooth as buggery. Really, really, really good stuff. Now, obviously, Epix fully, oh look, nice little twirl there. Epix were fully aware that, you know, variety is the spice of life. So as well as basically ensuring that there was a fair amount of change to the environment that you go through. For example, 1 minute you're going through grassland, then you're going through desert, and then you're going through like snow. They also made sure to add a bit of variety to the missions. So yeah, you could say that at the end of the day, all you're really doing is flying along, taking off, shooting the shit out of stuff, and then flying back down for an automated landing. But there's a little bit more to it than that. I mean, one of the nice touches to it is, you know, 1 minute you're up in the skies dogfighting, then you're obviously doing a bomb and run, as you can see here. Then you might have a specific target to take out. Then you've got to take down a convoy. It keeps on giving, and enhanced with like the superlative graphics, because they really are bloody good. And the variety, the sound wasn't up to much, but you know, we'll let it off because at the end of the day it had a little funky tune at the beginning. But yeah, this was good stuff. And you know, when you look at the launch games that were available on the Game Boy at the time, alright, you could argue that they were obviously far better games. Super Mario Land was amazing, and we all know how good Tetris did. But you know, in as good as they were, they didn't impress people. Alright, people will say they did, but basically, you gave this to one of your mates back in 1989, and they were fucking impressed, because it just looked really, really good. As you can see now, we're just going through a little canyon. Now, we are coming up to a canyon run a little later, which is rock hard, but it looks really, really cool. And again, it's just a really nice, slick game. So here we are, going over to another mission. Engage and disable enemy convoys. And we're on snow sand now. Now, Blue Lightning also came out on Atari's Jaguar. Now, which I don't really know too much about because I've never actually owned one. Although, you know, if you speak to obviously people who don't own the Jaguar, they'd argue that the only game worth having on it anyway is Tempest 2000, which admittedly I would really like to play. But anyway, getting back on track to Blue Lightning and the mention for the Jaguar. It did have a Jaguar before, and I'm pretty sure there was a version of it for the CD add-on, or it was the CD add-on which just had that version. But nevertheless, basically Blue Lightning, they had another crack with it, and they basically put it over to the Atari Jaguar as well. Sometimes I just like looking at it because even now you can pick it up for bobbins. It was obviously a launch title, so it's pretty much everywhere. It's basically, if you're paying more than £5 for this, you've been ripped off. get it nice and cheap. You will not be disappointed. Now this is the canyon run I was telling you about earlier. As you can see, shoot the shit out of a few things on this round, and now you've got the actual canyon itself. It's pretty tricky. It's a little harder initially to obviously work out where the actual bloody walls are, but you soon get used to it, accustomed to the visual. And again, it's just really exciting, really impressive. So that's it really. Basically, I'm going to leave you with this nice little seat battle now. And hopefully the audio is a little bit better this time around. It's really hitting me off. I just can't seem to. I've got this new recording studio and I just can't seem to get anything right. But we'll keep on plugging away at it, and hopefully we'll get something that all of us, including me, are happy with. So yeah, there you go. This is Blue Lightning on the Atari Lynx, and I will be back with more videos very soon. Catch you later, guys. Bye.